Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading for March 31st through April 6th. I'm going to be taking a look at the person on your mind, how you both feel about each other, the connection between the two of you, and the outcome. This is general. It may not resonate for everyone. If it does, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channels. It helps me to pick up on your energy for all future reads. At the end of your reading, I will be pulling an oracle message from the Priestess of Light Oracle deck to give us some more insight, guidance, and clarification on your situation. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. For Sagittarius, show me how they feel about the person on their mind. How does Sagittarius feel about the person on their mind? Okay, I see you upset. So the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you're mad at this person. Beyond just, I'm mad, but I don't want to say it on here, but you get what I'm getting at out of the PG version of this video. You're very upset. I mean, look at you rushing into battle. You're ready to fight. And it's for good reason, because we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords, and then we have the Queen of Wands. This person, you feel upset with them because this person ghosted you, okay? Left you out in the cold, made you start thinking things like all of this was your fault, left you without answers. And with that, the Queen of Wands is typically how you are. You feel confident and vibrant and living your best life, but they have you stuck in your mind that you can't see the good qualities in yourself. At times you're like, what did I do? Like, I look good. I take care of myself. You shouldn't have to question anything about yourself. It's what they did and why they did it. So let's go ahead and look at how this person feels about you. And you felt like everything was going fine until they did this. Ooh, they gave it some thought and didn't know how to tell you and confront you that they weren't really in love here. They thought it was best to just walk away instead of facing the fact that they would hurt you. Like, it'll hurt me if I hurt you kind of situation. They just didn't want to say it. So the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords in reverse, and then the Queen of Cups in reverse. They just didn't feel that. They're not connecting with their intuition and their heart here because they didn't want to face the fact that they hurt you. I know some of you said that's very cowardly. I understand. Let's go ahead and get the connection between you and this person. In this connection, they might reach out to you and act like nothing ever happened. They're going to play it like, oh, I've just been so busy, and message you. And that's ridiculous. The Devil is at the bottom of the deck. This is a very toxic relationship. And also they're stringing you along. They're trying to manipulate you here. You cannot trust this person. I don't see you going back to them. You're happy moving on and moving away from this toxic relationship or situationship, whatever it was for you. However, like I said, in this connection, they still might come back and like, oh, well, I was feeling confident like you're going to talk to them. But they're going to do it in the form of sending a message like, hey, how's it going? Some people, right? Let's go ahead and clarify that Five of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. You two were having a really good time dating. You started to fall in love with this person and you felt that this was your soulmate. Like, I thought we wanted the same thing, and then they just run off. And then they just disappear. As fast as it started, they are gone. There's that Knight of Swords again. So, you opening up about your feelings or just getting more comfortable with I want them to know I really like them. You're like, did I scare them off? You did nothing here. You were honest with yourself. You felt a deep connection with this person. You felt like everything was going right, and they ghost you for no reason. And some people do that. So, you know, for whatever reason, they just get inside their mind of, you know, things are going to be this way or that way or the other. And you being kind or you being nice or expressing your feelings, I don't know. People are just weird sometimes. That's not you, so don't feel bad. Let's go ahead and clarify that Eight of Swords. Ace of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Wands, as well as the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck right here. So there's a lot of things going through your mind, like, was the intimacy not good? Did they go back to somebody from their past? Are they going to come back? There's a lot of questions you have on your mind here. And more than anything, you need to see that some things are a lesson to be learned in life. And, you know, was it the right timing, not the right timing? What happened? But the Wheel of Fortune is trying to show you that this is a blessing in disguise because, you know, this person left and it had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with them and their behavior, the way that they are. And this is a blessing in disguise to show you deserve better. Let that door close so a brand new one can open up for you and you get something better than somebody who's going to run from you. Because this isn't the first time, nor will it be the last time that this person does this. And they couldn't face you and just be honest and say, look, we need to talk. I'm just not feeling this connection here. Instead, they ran. They're like, I don't have a plan. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to avoid all of it. I'm just going to walk away not saying anything. And then wanting to come back and just message you, that's very immature. So yeah, I mean, there's even thoughts of, you know, an ex for you as well. Like, I want someone to make me feel good. You don't need that from an ex. You don't need that. So that's whenever you turn your back, like, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to keep moving forward. Absolutely. Push yourself out of that mental prison of feeling that you did something wrong here because you didn't. As this person, they're the one that did wrong. They should have been honest. They should have been mature. They should have spoke up. They didn't. That's on them, not you. So let's go ahead and clarify that Queen of Wands. Yeah. You know, trying to live your best life here moving forward. Like, I'm just going to focus on me. I'm just going to take care of myself. You're in limbo because you feel that your heart is closed off because of this situation. And you feel like, I don't want to give anything a second chance because you're going through the storm. You know, you're trying to pull yourself out of this storm with the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Move on from the past here, but in limbo about giving things a second chance because you don't want to go through being hurt again or feeling that you did something wrong or even just being ghosted. When people don't give, it's like, what the heck did I do? Did I do? No, you didn't do anything. So that is on them. So it's understandable, but live your best life here. Reflect on the things that you can change here and leave the past in the past, exactly where it needs to stay, and rise above the situation with that Judgment card and allow yourself to be reborn from this bad cycle. You know, it's just like, putting on a very uncomfortable pair of shoes that you're never going to wear again because they hurt, right? Throw those shoes out. And get new ones that are comfortable. Allow yourself to feel comfortable in your own skin, in your own energy, and, you know, be confident about who you are. Love who you are. This person just, whatever, it's on them. So let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Swords. They're so conflicted, they don't know what to do. Their intuition is trying to get through to them like, you know, you like Sagittarius, but they're just so mentally conflicted and they end up ruining situations. Here we have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Cups. They get conflicted about love and feeling good, and like, I always ruin it, so then they reject it and they walk away from it, and they don't like rejection. It's like they might have opened up to one person. I'm not seeing too many here, but felt like themselves and opened up to someone in the past and got rejected, and they didn't like the way that felt, and so they ran from this situation, like, oh, I'm not gonna feel rejected in this situation. But that's on them. They're playing these mind games with themselves because they end up losing in the end, something that could have been really good for them. But like I said, on them, they got a lot of work. So let's go ahead and clarify that King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, see, they overanalyze their feelings for you. It's a repetitive pattern, and they haven't, this is what they've done in their past time and time again. They constantly do this. They had one relationship where they thought it was the end all for them in the past, right? And they constantly overanalyze love and their feelings for someone, and they repeat these karmic cycles here, and they never learn from these karmic cycles of what true love could feel like because they got rejected in the past. So they run. Like I said, it has nothing to do with you. They have to work on themselves. So they're in denial of, like, this isn't love, I don't feel this. No, they're just choosing not to listen to their intuition. So let's go ahead and clarify that Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they fear finding someone that could be very good to them. And rather than feeling that love, they fear that love, they close off from it. The Devil, the Empress, and the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. They run so fast. I mean, this happens so fast here with that Eight of Wands. It's just like so much comes in for them about fear, and this person's way better than me. They're never going to want to stay with me. Why should I deserve love? And they're just like, forget it, I'm not going to express how I feel. And they just suppress all their feelings. They don't want to look at the situation, and they run and they move on as fast as they can. So again, nothing to do with you, Sagittarius. This person has some issues. Let's go ahead and get the outcome between you and this person. This is not a situation. You will not nurture a connection with this person. You're looking towards something better here. This person also has to deal with some trauma from their past. So they have to do some, look at the dark side of things in their life. And it has to deal with family or a past relationship. And they're choosing not to nurture that and fix things. So that's on them. But you are definitely moving on from this. You're not going to nurture a connection with them. You feel confident and good that blessings will happen in your life. This person will get their karma, and you are starting over, starting fresh. You're getting, every day is a brand new beginning. With that Fool, it's a fresh new start. It's like looking at something of taking a chance and taking a leap in the right direction. Wherever that's going to take you, at least give yourself the opportunity to take a chance and move forward. Don't allow this person's indecisiveness and conflicted thoughts stop you from feeling good and pursuing a new relationship or having fun and meeting new people and things like that, because what they did is on them. And if you allow them to keep you in that Queen of Swords energy of, I'm going to have my heart closed off, I'm not going to open it up, this person, did all these things and how dare they, then you're giving them power over you. You're allowing them to bring you down to their level, and you don't deserve that. You deserve to be happy and say, you know what, that's on them. I'm going to do me. Because you're going to find out that moving forward, somebody else is going to see you, value you, want to spend time with you, and not treat you this way. And it'll make you feel enlightened to know once you meet this new person, whoever it is, or meet new people that want to be in your life, you're going to see that they're not going to leave you like that, that this person had issues. And you're going to look back at this situation and go, why did I ever let this bother me the way that I let it bother me? So let's go ahead and get an oracle message for Sagittarius. What do you want them to know? So healing the heart, power of self-love. Yes, it all starts with you. Allowing yourself to heal and, dressing up, feeling beautiful, or, fixing your hair, clean shave, making yourself feel very handsome, men out there as well. Because I know men and women both watch my channel, but, whatever the case may be, make yourself feel good for you. And don't worry about what somebody else did when they're conflicted in their own ways. And they self-sabotage everything. And they continue to do that. That's just their cycle. So wings of light, becoming something new, move fast past this situation that's holding you back here, and allow yourself to embrace what's new and what's ahead of you here. So this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. If it resonates with your situation, go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you in your next reading coming up. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.